Now you're here, guys. I'm gonna be doing a very important video. Anybody on the Facebook page seen the pictures of these manifolds yesterday? I posted up and let y'all know there's gonna be a video coming soon. I've been doing a little work around the shop. I haven't got much done. I'm still on 7 days a week trying to get the drag car ready for next season, and that's a full-time job in its own. But at the same time, I've tried doing things to make the 428 community better and easier, and just ways of improving your car for less money. As most people know, the 428 is that one car that normally, in certain areas has one or two aftermarket parts, and a lot of times they're not quality brands, and then that's it. That's all you got to work with. And turbo manifolds is one of those areas. You have the two OBX manifolds. The real short one is a decent one. Then you have the ram horn, which fitment on that thing is absolutely terrible, like most OBX products. And then you have the log style manifold, and there's one or two a treadstone and stuff like that. But those are your three basic turbo manifolds that most people know about. A lot of people don't know about the treadstone, and I don't know if that's even able to get a hold of anymore. It may be. I'm not 100% sure. So what I have here today is two different turbo manifolds, and this is a 4G63. This is a 428. I actually bought this because it was a one-of-a-kind manifold. I'd never seen another one of them. And I fell in love with it. It needs some work for the fact that the wastegate, the mount for the wastegate and or wastegate flange needs to be down here on the collector. That's the ideal place so it can bleed off pressure from all four cylinders directly where the pressure meets the turbo hot side. Instead of just on this one, because then it'll kind of have to backfeed, and you don't want that. And that's my prime intention to do if I decide to keep this. This thing actually may be for sale at some point for $225. I'm going to ship it for that because of what I'm in the process of doing, and I'm going to explain that. Most of y'all know I like making the 428 community better. I like making things that most people wouldn't do. And that's where this video comes in handy. As you can see, this is a 428 turbo manifold. It's not a neon. Then the way you can tell a 428 manifold apart, it's got the two bolt holes on the very top that are side by side. That's the way I can look at a manifold and immediately determine whether it's a 428. 4G63 does not have that nice little gap there. And I've worked on this for some time, and I've contemplated on it, and I decided to go ahead and buy a 4G63 manifold for this project. And I'm going to show you why. Here's the 4G63 ports. This is a 428 gasket. If you look at those ports, they match up. They are almost perfect. The only thing is the ones on the end right here have just a slight overlap onto the gasket. So what I'm going to do with this manifold, I'm going to cut this flange off, and I'm going to weld this flange on it. And then I have a better turbo manifold for my 428. Now, this isn't exactly a golden manifold for the fact it's an eBay God's Now or Snow or whatever they call it. But compared to a lot of things that are out there for the 428, this actually is a better manifold. It has a better flow system. It doesn't have no real sharp bends or anything like that. And it does have the collector that it's set up to where you have the continuous vacuum bleed. And that's what I like. The problem with this is it was actually supposed to have an external wastegate on it. And this one doesn't. There's two types of these manifolds. There's one that does and one that doesn't. I was supposed to get the one that does, but I got the one that doesn't. I didn't really care for the fact this one's probably going to get chopped up just for this experiment. See how we can do it. And then the next one will be the actual full run model. So this is what you do if you want that to happen. If you want to make one of these manifolds. What you're going to do, go on eBay or go to part houses that work on 428s. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a couple places that actually sell a 428 exhaust flange. That's exactly what this is. This actually was cut off of the Megan header I did in the review back when I was on the Nitro Panda network. I knew I wasn't going to use that header anymore, so I cut it apart for the flange. And I was going to make a manifold completely from scratch. And then I kind of got thinking, maybe there's turbo manifolds out there I can use that are already have a really good design, a little bit of R&D behind them, and I can just put the flange on it. I tried a B series, absolutely not going to work. The runners are too small, they're too close together. I kind of let the idea go for a month or two, and then I got to thinking, the 4G63, it's a 2.0, ours is a 2.0, same displacement. Maybe by some chance of God, they'll work, and I'll be damned if it's not going to work. So what you're going to do if you want this to happen, like I said, go find somewhere that sells the intake manifold, or I'm sorry, the exhaust manifold flange. Go buy one of those. Get one of these manifolds. This thing was $87 on eBay. Take it to a fabricator in your area. Have them cut this flange off and have them weld that on. Any reputable fabricator, that's going to be a walk in the park to them. They can do it, no problem. Honestly, they'll probably have it back to you in a day. And then you have a manifold that will work perfect on your 428. Now, I know you're sitting here thinking, well, it's going to get in the way of my heater lines and all that stuff. You may have to make some small modifications. But as long as you put the hot side here and the cold side on this side of it, you should be fine. You may have to route the intercooler piping a little funny, but otherwise you should be okay. And this thing will beat a log manifold all day long. I'm not a fan of a log manifold. They flow all right, but I mean, it's not a great design. The eBay ones, the Han log manifold, a whole lot better. It's still not as good as I think it could get, but it is a decent manifold. But the little eBay ones like you see on my drag cart, they're shit. I don't think they flow decent at all. I'd love to put one on the flow bench and then put this one right here on directly after it. So there you go, guys. That's something that I've worked on for a little bit. I really was hoping to have this done in the video to show you it works. But like I said, I've been working so much. I know y'all guys are probably a little upset I haven't making videos, guys. I'm trying really hard to get good information to y'all and make sure, you know, that I have something good to present and to show things that are actually going to help your build and still be within budget. But I mean, look at that. It's absolutely perfect. I mean, like I say, you got that small amount of overlap right there. You can see that little shiny piece. I know the lighting ain't that great. You know, that small amount of overlap. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But do that, and there you go. Make sure that you get one with an external wastegate, unless your turbo is internal wastegate. I didn't really care at this point, you know what I'm saying? I was wondering if that was going to happen once I noticed there was two different types. It did, but I say no big deal, because this is definitely going to be a project piece for me. And guys, I hope y'all out there do this. I hope you do it. I hope it works well for you. I hope it makes your turbo spool a little faster. I hope it, you know, helps keep things going a little bit better with the turbocharger. And plus, this thing right here compared to a log manifold is going to look so much better in the engine bay. I know you don't want to ever go form over function. You want it to function, you know, whether it's ugly or not. Look at this thing. But I imagine, other than the wastegate being in the wrong place, this thing probably flows pretty good. But that's basically where we're at, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope I put some ideas in your head to really help y'all out. That's what I'm here to do. I try to do the best I can with this stuff. And like I say, this thing may be up for sale soon. Hit me up on the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page. Guys, please check that Facebook page out. I know there's not a lot of stuff going up right now. It's going to get crazy with the build. I'm going to be showing a lot more little simple mods like this. I was really hoping to get this done to be one of the first people to do it. Just, you know, to be like, hey, look, this works. For all you out there that said it wouldn't work and it would fail, it doesn't. Because even though I haven't done it, I can already tell you guys, if you take it to a reputable fabricator, tell them to cut that flange off and put that one on, it's going to work. It is going to work absolutely wonderfully. But anyway, like I said, if anybody's interested in this manifold, 225 shipped. It more than likely will be available soon, but I'm not really sure about it yet. Just hit me up. I'll see if there's any interest. That's pretty much where we're at, guys. Like I say, check out the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page. Go on Facebook and type in Nitro Kid 98. Check it out. It's going to be great. Nitro Kid 98, guys. Like, subscribe.